Story time and gardening. This should be fun.
I got doll face.
Pretty. This is one of my sunflowers. Oh, sorry. This is one of my sunflowers from my front yard. It's a little weird looking. But enough of the gardening. So I've been drinking like tons and tons of sugar lately. For the last like 2 or 3 weeks, I've been adding sugar to my coffee and then stirring it, adding more sugar to my coffee, and not realizing how much I'm drinking or how much I'm adding. I'll add the sugar in there, then I'll take a drink of it. I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's so sweet. It's so sweet, oh my gosh. And then I'll just keep drinking it. I'll keep drinking it. And then, you know, after a while, you can't even tell, you know, the sweet in it. It just goes away. You know, your tongue gets used to it. So, before I knew it, I was adding so much sugar to it that, I don't know, it's not healthy to have that much sugar in your coffee. But I knew that since I was in a hurry when I go to work in the morning, I was pouring all that sugar in it, maybe 3 or 4 big tablespoons of sugar, but I'd be in a hurry and I'd stir it and then I'd take a drink. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, it's so sweet, so sweet. But, you know, by the 3rd and 4th drink, you're just like, you justify it. Like your taste buds like accept it as a flavor. Like, okay, it'll work, you know? And so like 2 months later, I'm still adding that much sugar into my coffee. So I was just like, nope, that's what I'm doing right now. I am drinking black coffee during the week. Door in the morning before work to feed my cats, and there's a family of raccoons. It's a family of raccoons, and they're 4 little babies. They're so cute. And, you know, they get on there and they're growling to each other like, and they're, you know, smacking each other out of the way, and they're kicking the cats out of the way, and they're scratching everything and eating all the cat food. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Just like, there's really nothing that I can do about it because I'm like a prisoner, you know. It's like in my own home. And I have a lot of animals to feed in the morning before work. But I go out there one morning before work to feed my cats, and the raccoons weren't on my porch. So they know when I'm gonna leave for work. They know when I'm gonna feed the cats. So they kind of rush out. They rush out to get that food in the morning. So I get my little cup full of cat food and I'm like, good morning. And I'm singing my song. Good morning, good morning. I love to stay up late. Good morning to you. And the cats are all like, because they love me singing that in the morning. And I step outside and pour it. It's like I'm all happy. I'm like, hey, hi babies. And this raccoon is like 3 or 4. All the babies jump on the porch and they're like, and one bites my leg. And that hurt so bad. And I'm kicking my leg. I'm like, oh, ow, oh. And I lean and hit myself into the front door. I'm like, oh. I go inside to look at the damage. And there's this big gash and scratch on my leg, my ankle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder if this raccoon has freaking rabies. So I'm like, well, you know, whatever, I'm gonna go to work. I don't have time to go get a rabies shot. So instead, I just went to work. I didn't go to the doctor. Still haven't. I'm hoping that I'm okay. Only time will tell.
We'll see.
Oh. So anyway, yeah. So that was my experience with wild raccoons. Wild raccoons on my porch. And they're still, to this day, here. They come every morning and they love marshmallows. I'm throwing out marshmallows to them. Hot dogs. They love hot dogs and marshmallows. And that might be why they come all the time. Always coming on the porch, always coming up there, eating cat food. I'm throwing out marshmallows and hot dogs to them. They're on this weird sugar high of like marshmallows. Might be why they're growling. I don't know. Might be why they're... Might be what marshmallows does to you. I don't know. In fact, I wonder what...
What are in marshmallows?
What are the ingredients in marshmallows? Because they make raccoons
Crazy.
driving around St. Joseph, Missouri, seeing a pretty girl in a polka dot dress standing outside her yard.
You fly, girl. Yeah.
Don't tell anybody. I've been secretly practicing the Trump dance here.
Know that the ride or die. I keep waiting on my seat. Know that the ride or die. I keep waiting on my seat.
We hustle, but the night.
Waiting on my seat. Know that the ride or die.
Look at that. Bet you can't do that. This should get me tons of subscribers. Noises everywhere, people yelling sirens.
I know.
Know that the ride or die. I keep waiting on my seat. Know that the ride or die.